The sky split open like paper torn by unseen hands. It started with a tremble, subtle at first, phones vibrating without reason, dogs howling at empty skies, compasses spinning aimlessly. The first signs were dismissed by governments and media as natural magnetic fluctuations. But soon, the truth could no longer be hidden. A cosmic tempest, a wave of subatomic distortions emitted from a dying neutron star, was racing toward Earth. The tempest, a blend of gamma radiation, gravitational turbulence, and quantum anomalies, was unlike anything humanity had ever faced. Scientists gave Earth a year, maybe less. In the silence that followed the announcement, the world changed. Panic erupted, then unity, then division again. The United Nations restructured into the Earth Survival Coalition-esque, drawing upon all remaining global resources. Billionaires, scientists, and soldiers were forced into the same room to design salvation. Not everyone would survive. That was clear from the beginning. Commander Aidan Cale stood aboard the Erebus, the first and last Ark-class interstellar vessel built in Earth orbit. His features were hardened by the scars of too many failed missions: short black hair peppered with gray, a metal plate embedded above his left eye from a Mars skirmish years ago. The Erebus was humanity's last bet. A ship designed to ride the edge of the Tempest, plunge through the gravitational chaos, and seek refuge on the other side. A theory proposed by Dr. Cira Miles, Earth's most brilliant quantum physicist. Cira was the reason Aidan had agreed to this insane mission. Years ago, they had fallen in love during the Europa colony research, before politics and duty tore them apart. Seeing her again, standing amid the holographic projections in the ESC command chamber, awakened something in him that he thought war had killed. "You still don't believe we can survive it," Cira said quietly one evening as they watched the simulations, Earth dissolving under the storm's passage. "But I know we can." "I believe in you," Aidan replied, his voice gravel and truth. The mission was simple in design, impossible in execution. Launch the Erebus with a selected crew through the eye of the cosmic tempest and establish a new colony if they survived. The ship would use an experimental drive that folded spacetime, riding the Tempest's own energy as a slingshot. 97 hand-picked individuals boarded the ship, each a specialist: soldiers, scientists, engineers, artists, each with a purpose. The launch from lunar orbit was silent and stunning. Earth, below, shimmered under a darkening sky. The Tempest was visible now, a violet aurora that danced like a cruel god's fire, consuming satellites, warping time. The Erebus entered the storm. What followed could barely be described. The crew screamed without sound as time bent. Bones cracked from pressure that didn't exist in ordinary physics. People saw past lives, future deaths, impossible places. The quantum drive screamed in frequencies never intended for human ears. 2 crew members disintegrated mid-transition, gone, as if they never existed. Reality shimmered. When it ended, the Erebus emerged into darkness. Not the darkness of space, but the inside of a void left by the storm's eye. A calm, rotating anomaly pulsed before them like a heart made of light and gravity. Around it, stars were frozen in place, trapped in a false horizon. Earth was gone, they had passed through time and space itself. The systems were damaged, the drive was spent. Food and water reserves had been diminished by almost half during the transition. Arguments broke out. Dr. Kenji Rao, the ship's biosystems chief, insisted they attempt to return to the origin point. Cira countered that returning was suicide. The only path forward was the signal. Yes, a signal faint but present, pulsing from a planet orbiting a dark red sun far off in the anomaly's curve. Aidan made the call. They would go to it. The journey took weeks. In that time, relationships deepened, frayed, mended. Aidan and Cira grew closer again, finding in each other the comfort of shared burdens. There was no time for grand declarations, only stolen moments. Then they reached it, a world not unlike Earth, wrapped in clouds of glowing mist. A forgotten planet, untouched by known star charts, circling a sun that didn't behave according to known physics. Descent was rough. The surface teemed with strange life, silver vegetation, creatures that shimmered in and out of phase. But breathable air, clean water, and silence. No civilizations, no ruins, until the dreams began. One by one, the crew dreamed of tall figures made of light standing in the mists. No communication, no harm, just presence. Cira believed the Tempest had not destroyed Earth, but evolved it, transformed it. That somehow the sentient storm or whatever guided it had chosen them. It wasn't just a disaster, she said, awed. It was selection. Evolution through chaos. Aiden wasn't convinced, until he too began to dream. In his vision, he saw Earth not as it was, but reborn. Vast cities made of crystal and data, oceans where minds flowed like rivers. A place where war was impossible because consciousness itself had been restructured. It was then that the signal's true purpose became clear. The planet wasn't a refuge. It was a seed. They were meant to stay, to grow, to begin again. Over time, the Erebus was dismantled, its materials used to build the first settlement. They named it Viti. Children were born. Humanity began anew. Years later, Aiden and Sierra stood on a cliff, watching twin suns rise over a world they had saved. Their hair had grayed, their hands were rough, but their eyes still held fire. "Do you ever miss Earth?" she asked. Aiden looked at the sky where the Tempest once was. "I miss what it meant to us, but this is more than survival. It's rebirth," she said, taking his hand. In the skies above, a faint shimmer crossed the stars, another storm perhaps, or something else entirely. But humanity would be ready. They had survived the cosmic tempest. And they had become something more.